If your company has people working out in the field, whether it's in mining, construction, or global logistics, you know that good communication isn't just a nice to have, it's everything. But as you expand, keeping everyone connected becomes a huge problem, and it forces you to ask some tough questions about your entire communications setup.
And that's a question you really need to ask yourself, because when communication breaks down, it's not just an annoyance, it's a real threat to safety, to efficiency, and to your bottom line. An unreliable network isn't just a faulty piece of equipment, it's a major business risk, just waiting to become a crisis.
So let's say you decide it's time to upgrade and get the global reach of a satellite network. Well, you're usually faced with two pretty bad options. Option one, you face these eye-watering costs, spending a fortune to buy brand new satellite devices for hundreds of people. Or, option two, you end up with your expensive existing radios, the gear you already own, basically collecting dust because they can't connect to the new system.
But what if you didn't have to make that choice? What if there was a way to bridge that gap and bring your new satellite network and your old gear together? Well, there is. The solution is all about using a strategic gateway, a piece of tech designed specifically to unify all your communications.
And here's a look at how that gateway, the FlexGate, works. You can see on one side, you've got your modern satellite network, which connects you to the whole world. On the other side, you've got all of your existing field radios. And right there in the middle, the FlexGate acts as the ultimate translator, letting these two completely different worlds speak the exact same language in real time.
So just think of a gateway like this. It's not just a simple plug. It's a smart interpreter. It takes the signals from your team's radios, translates them into digital data that can zip across the satellite network, and then does the whole thing in reverse for messages coming back. It's that translation that makes everything just work.
Okay, so bringing everything together like this pays off in two huge ways. The first, return on your investment, a really drastic reduction in your costs. And this is where the business case starts to look incredibly good.
Think about the way things are normally done. If you want to get everyone onto a new satellite network, the assumption is you have to replace every single radio, every handheld unit, every device in every vehicle. For a big company, that cost can easily run into the millions. But with this gateway approach, the solution is completely different. So how many of those expensive radios do you actually have to replace to get everyone connected to the satellite network? The answer is 0, not a single one.
The financial impact here is immediate, and it's massive. You get to maximize the return on equipment you already own by repurposing 100% of your current radios. This completely eliminates the need to buy new satellite phones for your teams, giving you a totally modern network without those astronomical costs.
But the economic payoff goes way beyond just saving money on hardware. The second return, and you could argue it's even more critical, is all about mitigating disaster. It's about avoiding the catastrophic costs that come from a single massive failure.
You know, in any emergency situation, people talk about the golden hour, that critical window where you can make a real difference. Well, when your normal communication lines get cut, that clock starts ticking, and it ticks fast. Every second you're out of touch, the risk just climbs higher and higher.
This is where the automatic failover feature becomes an absolute game changer. If a local network goes down because of a fire, a storm, whatever, the FlexiGate doesn't even hesitate. It instantly and automatically reroutes all your communications over the satellite network. What that does is create an unbreakable lifeline to your command center, preserving that golden time you need to respond effectively.
And let's put a price tag on that. The cost of just one major safety incident or an operational shutdown because you couldn't respond in time. That can easily top $1 million. So having uninterrupted command and control isn't just an operational plus, it's basically a powerful financial insurance policy. So we have huge cost savings, and we have disaster-proof resilience. But none of that matters if the system is a nightmare to set up and use in the real world, right? Well, that's the third key benefit. This solution is totally optimized for how things actually work out in the field.
The real beauty of it is in its simplicity. There's no complex infrastructure you have to build. You just connect the gateway to any satellite terminal, plug in the radios you already have, and just like that, an instant, wide-area communication network is live. It's designed to be deployed fast, exactly when and where you need it.
And look, this isn't just some idea on a whiteboard. This technology is already out there, battle-tested in some of the most demanding environments on the planet. It's being used right now on remote global construction sites where no other network can reach, and on ships far out at sea, ensuring they always have a link back to shore.
So what you're really creating here is a true zero-gap hybrid ecosystem. You're taking the best of satellite, the best of terrestrial networks, and the best of your legacy radios, and you're combining them into one seamless system. And that gives your headquarters a single unified picture of all your assets, no matter where they are in the world.
This entire idea is captured perfectly by this philosophy. There are no isolated boundaries. It's about getting rid of the very idea of an unreachable team or a communication dead zone. It's about using the power of space to give you absolute command and control.
And that brings us right back to our original question. By bridging that gap between your legacy systems and the power of satellite, you can transform what might be a hidden liability into what could become your single greatest operational strength.